You see this guy? This guy right here? This is Eric Cartman, the face of the show South Park. He's the devil in the flesh, but he is absolutely friggin' hilarious. He doesn't care what anyone thinks about him. He doesn't need anyone else's validation to know how he feels about himself. He is a true lone wolf because everybody in the show hates his guts, yet he wins every time because that's how the show's creators have wrote him in. A lot of Sigma males feel the same way about themselves. They think they're the main characters of the world, but they don't want to ever admit it because if they did, that would be very un-Sigma-like. Instead, they treat themselves like they're on an undercover super secret spy mission and they spend their entire existence fighting an enemy that's not actually real. I'm going to show you guys a quick clip from a video that talks about Sigma males and why they are the way they are.
Of all the different male stereotypes, Sigma males seem to be the most hated. But why is that? Well, it's quite simple. People naturally tend to hate what they cannot understand. Sigma men are mysterious individuals who refuse to conform to herd mentality and don't take part in social hierarchies. They are independent and intelligent, usually mistaken for being arrogant or aloof by many people.
Oh, so mysterious and so dark. You can't understand us, so we are hated. That's how Sigma males feel about themselves, and that's how they think the rest of the world kind of views them. I don't know where all this got started, but this obsession with being an alpha or a Sigma male, especially nowadays in 2024 now, it's just so strange to me. I feel like at this point, just taking letters from the Greek alphabet and just putting it in a place, it's certain men who are trying to feel some kind of validation from it. And I love how in this video on YouTube, this guy is just narrating a video while playing footage of movies with badass main characters in it. And it's like, yeah, they're all Sigmas, bro. These are the kind of people you want to be. Bro, they're all fake. They're all actors. None of them are actually real people.
When someone is quiet and confident, it's easy for others to mistake their self-assuredness for arrogance. Sigma men often exude a calm and collected demeanor, and this can be perceived as aloofness or superiority by those who don't know them.
You get the idea of what this entire video is about. It's just like saying, oh, we are like this, we are calm and collected, we are great, and the rest of the world hates us for that very reason. The entire video is about 15 minutes long. I'm not going to show you any more because I don't want you to experience brain rot, but it's just this guy narrating over the exact movie and TV shows while saying, oh, the reason Sigma males are hated so much is because they're like this, and they're A and B, and they're this, and they're that. But no one at any point pauses and says, you know, maybe this isn't because we're actually Sigma males. Maybe we're hated because we're doing something wrong, right? That's also a reason to be hated. Or maybe you're just you. You don't need to be defined by any kind of weird Greek letter just to feel like you got some kind of validation. Now, I asked myself this question a few months ago. I'm like, what kind of man am I? Am I an alpha? Am I a beta? Am I a sigma? Am I a gamma, omega, omicron, whatever? And my answer was, I'm just me. I'm not any kind of letter. I'm just me, just Ali. That's it. And that's all I need to be validated. But I don't think the people here feel the same way. And I want to read you guys some of the comments in the comment section of this video because they are crazy. And it's really weird because there's a cult-like following around Sigma males, and they've only gotten stronger and better as time has gone on. I know it's not so relevant anymore in the online world. Nowadays, anytime a story comes out or like any kind of trending topic happens, literally a few hours later, there's something else to talk about. But these guys have not gone away. They're still there. There's still incredibly big online Sigma communities of dudes who are trying to validate themselves by saying and feeling like they're in some action movie. And of course, I gotta put on my Sigma commentary voice for these comments, so just give me a second while I adjust real quick. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 3. That's not the voice I was going for. Let's go again. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. I don't know what's going on right now. Sigma commentary mode is in full effect. There we go. That's what I was going for. Let's read these comments. Sigmas are introverted, wise, and intelligent warriors, going on in their own way and pace, fully independent, do not need anyone. If they choose people, it's because they genuinely want them, but do not need them. They are the lone wolves that can handle alphas and their crews all by themselves. They are the quiet people who will defend themselves if needed, and the ones who are innocent and do not know how to fight back. They will fight anything and anyone who tries to harm them all alone. They are the ones who grind for success. We are the ones who are called Sigmas. We don't need or want anyone in our lives. Brother, I promise you, if you got laid a single time, you wouldn't be saying you don't want or need anyone. You'd be trying to get laid again. Because what I'm getting from this comment is that the person who wrote it has never even gotten within 20 miles of getting laid. What are we even talking about here? They're intelligent warriors. Bro, in today's day and age, you're not really a warrior. Warriors don't really exist anymore except for in martial arts or in the army. And I highly doubt of the 170,000 people who watch this video that all of them are martial artists or army soldiers. Women hate me because I don't feed their ego and because I don't play the game exactly according to their rules. I had my car keyed for minding my own business when some random girl was fishing for attention. It does get annoying sometimes. Sad what society has become, or perhaps always has been. It's not society, brother. It's you. There is not really any kind of reward or benefit to saying, oh, women hate me or women can't get with me. It simply means you're infertile. That's what it means. And you don't have to really play any kind of game to get with a female. And I think, again, like I was saying, a lot of the people in this comment section are people who don't get laid very often. And it's just a thing they made to justify that not getting laid makes them some kind of super soldier. And it's like, bro, just please go out there and be more social. I promise you it's a lot more fun than being a Sigma male who's stuck at home and doesn't do anything else and you think of yourself as some kind of incredible warrior. 10 mil haters and counting. The list keeps growing. If they could be us, they would. When there are sheep, there will be wolves. Will there be sheepdogs? It is not promised. Brother, I promise you, if I could be you, I would not want to be you because you're here writing comments on a YouTube section saying people hate you when in reality, they don't even think of you. I haven't met a single person in my entire life who walks around saying, I hate Sigma males. I hate them so much. No one thinks of you the way you think of yourself. It's just not realistic. You know, just because you identify yourself as a Sigma, it does not make you a wolf. That's just something that needs to be addressed. You can just be normal. You can just be you and forget about being called any letter of the alphabet, and that's okay too. You don't need to be an alpha or a sigma to feel like you matter in this world. You can just be you. It's completely fine to be normal. Sigmas are right most of the time. Through the thirst for knowledge, Sigmas understand and apply the fact that knowledge is power. Our mental activity churns constantly and formulates scenarios to complex problems or even moderate ones. Our mental skill set analyzes situations quickly and solves issues through the ability to recognize even the smallest of details and incorporate them into the solution that works best. Many times the correct outcome just appears and needs little to no computation or discussion. If discussion is required, we know our trusted acquaintances to seek out. So the fact that you're saying Sigmas are right most of the time just shows me that most of the time you're probably not right. Because if you are right, you don't usually have to say that you are. You just know that you are. And it doesn't make sense to always be right, because if you're always right, it means you're never learning. So that in itself is a contradiction, because if you're never learning, it means you never learned how to be right. And dude, problem solving isn't an inherently Sigma trait. It's something that everyone has. The ability to solve problems depends on what you know and your past experiences. The Sigma male is truly rare, As such, we have not met anyone else who was a Sigma male. This has led to confusion to how to explain the way we look at the world. These descriptions help us explain our perspective of life to others more clearly. And note that true Sigmas have always been this way. We simply have a phrase for it now. Bro, I am dumbfounded that you think just because you found a comment section of people who agree with the video you just watched, that all of a sudden you know exactly how to be in your life now. I mean, yeah, we've always been this way. It's just now we got a term for how we are. It's called Sigmas. And we don't care about anything else or anyone. We're just us, and we're a group of community, and we're together. We're incredible men. Looking at this guy's profile photo, I can tell right away he must be an incredible Sigma male, because, I mean, that hairline, that would make the Pepsi logo jealous. If I can add one requirement to be a Sigma male, it's that you can't have a hairline that's skewing or sliding to one side. You gotta have either a straight hairline or no hairline. That's the requirements to be a Sigma. How am I qualified to make that rule? Because I make the rules. I'm a Sigma, an Omega, an Alpha, and every other Greek alphabet. That's me. I made the rules. Bam. Sigma male is the top of the male personality. He is a complete man, one who has experienced all in life, creating what he has now become. I believe we all start off in the various stages: Gamma, Beta, Omega, Alpha, and finally, Sigma. Why is a Sigma dangerous? Because he thinks, needs no one around him, nor seeks validation from anyone. The Alpha would charge at the Sigma. The Sigma would step aside while the Alpha plummets into the pits and onto the poisonous spikes below him. The Alpha is the unevolved Sigma. I want to just ask you a question. When is the last time you saw a poisonous pit filled with snakes? Ever in your life? Have you seen that? I haven't. I'm 28 and I've never seen that before. And this guy is saying the Sigmas are the ones who has experienced all in life. Bro, you can't experience all in life. Even if you're 100 years old, you can't experience all in life. It's not possible. You don't need to put yourself on a pedestal to think that you can actually exist in the world. You can just be you, dude. I love how they constantly got to compare themselves to other letters in the alphabet, especially the alphas. It's like the Alpha is the unevolved Sigma, because you know what that tells me? That tells me when you see an alpha male or someone you perceive as an alpha male, you get insecure because in your mind, you think you got to compensate to reach up to his height. So you say to yourself, I'm a Sigma male. He is actually worse than I am. He's not evolved. I am. Therefore, I'm better. Now I'm going to leave a comment on a YouTube video saying that we Sigmas are better than the Alphas. And it's going to get 360 likes. Let's go, baby. If you are in the army, Sigma is the best commander that you can get. Never follows an Alpha to battle, as you are only a digit to him in achieving his personal glory. Sigmas are never flamboyant, but they are the ones who always get you out of a difficult situation, while the Alpha will get you killed faster as he gambles with his luck harder and harder every time he wins. So, if you're in the army, you don't get to decide whether or not you want to follow your commander's orders. He's your commander. It doesn't matter if he's a Sigma, an Alpha, a Beta, a friggin' teddy bear, or a friggin' machine gun. It doesn't matter what he is. If he tells you what to do, you do that. Can you imagine being in the army and saying, sir, do you identify as a Sigma or an Alpha? Oh, you're an Alpha? I'm sorry. I can't be in your platoon. You gotta get me over somewhere else. I'm a Sigma. I can't be with you. I'm sorry. Transfer me over, bro. Let's go. Let's go. It's hilarious to think about that you got even that kind of power. I personally have never been in a battle, thankfully, never been in like a physical war, but if you are, you're not going to care whether the person fighting alongside you or coming to rescue you is a Sigma, an Alpha, a Gamma, or a Theta. It doesn't matter. All you want to do is get rescued. The best part of being a Sigma is the ability to be one step ahead, especially when your opponent who crosses you is pretentious, arrogant, and a manipulator. Boom. It's unfortunate that only Sigmas will watch this, and not our opponents. Bro, I'm not your opponent, but I got one word of advice for you. Please, go and get laid. I'm begging you. Please, you got way too much time on your hands to be thinking about things like this. I mean, do you really think that people who call themselves Sigmas are the ones who can be ahead? Are you really that arrogant to think that? Just because you identify as something, it doesn't mean that other people don't have the power to be as good or better than you in anything you do. But I'm begging you, go and get laid. It will change your life. And that's a great point to end this video on. So that's it for now. I'll see you next time.